Get in there, my son. What's going on, everyone? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little match preview for you. Late night preview here for the Manchester derby tomorrow. Manchester City versus Man United at the Etihad. How are we all doing, guys? Thank you for joining us. Get in there. Thank you, everyone who's been waiting here patiently for us to get going. Couple of technical issues, but we're here just a few minutes late. Eunice Akram, how you doing? Connor Matthews, Mickey Kramer getting in here, Raw as well. Aaron, how you doing there? Mike Bynum, Sir Fire as well as in here. Merrick Gallord, Sleep Tight, Craigie D, Jaden Peter Karamalis, how you doing? And everybody else as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Early super chat there, Mike Bynum. How the devil have you been, lad? He says, long time pig. Dude, how you been, Mike Bynum? Thank you for the $1.99 US super chat of rawness there. How have you been? Thank you for kicking us off nicely at the start of the show there, dude. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Mickey Kramer. What's going on? And the Kate Cadets in here. Dean, Aaron, Edgar, Mixed Mitchell, some Liverpool scummer there. Niall Kane and everybody else as well. Get in there. Thank you for joining us. We're going to preview the game tonight. We're just going to talk about the game, of course, the derby. So do get your thoughts in the live chat throughout as we go along. We'll dip in and out of the live chat. It's a fully interactive show. Have your say, my friends. Also, at the start of this one, smash that like button. Give it a big, juicy thumbs up. Drop that thumbs up. Share it around on social media as well if you have not done so. And I just want to say a special thank you to everybody from last night who watched last night's stream and who helped us raise over £1,000 for the Ukraine humanitarian appeal. So get in there, my son. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Let's get some Bacon Brigade emojis in there. But yeah, drop the thumbs up. Give this video a share if you haven't done. And get your thoughts and opinions in throughout, guys. So United coming up against a really good City side tomorrow, away on the road. We have been struggling lately. We couldn't even get past Watford, could we? That was a shambles of a performance in terms of finishing chances. I mean, the overall display by United was okay. You know, we created a lot of chances, particularly in the first half. And actually, even in the second half, we're still statistically putting up chances. It's just that the quality was not there in terms of finishing yet again. Absolutely gashtastic. You can't really do too much about it in terms of like from Rangnick's point of view, because he set the team up to do the job and they were basically doing 99% of the job apart from that final end product was just garbage. So hopefully it's not another situation like that against Man City. I think it's going to be certainly a case of a lot less chances against Manchester City. When we do get those chances, we're going to have to capitalise on those chances. Really what we're going to have to do, we can't go away from home to City here, who are a possession-style team, who can suffocate teams, who can dominate possession against anybody. We can't really go there and try and sort of match them blow for blow at all. I think if you look at how we've had successes over the years against Manchester City, it has been playing quite a defensive, counter-attacking fashion. That's just what you have to do. You have to sort of admit that right now they're the better footballing side in a better sort of place with a really good coach who's obviously got that style down to a T, that tiki-taka bore you to death possession style. You know, but City are fantastic and they score a lot of goals and they are the masters at it. So United just going to have to do what we've done over the previous few seasons, really. We have got a good record against City over the last few seasons because we've sort of implemented a counter-attacking fashion. We do have the right sort of players as well to hurt teams on the counter-attack with those wide, pacey players, etc. And a couple of great pass masters in the midfield who can pull out a 40-yard breaking ball and get you in. The likes of Paul Pogba or perhaps Bruno Fernandes if they're going to actually turn up. So, like, that's how we're going to have to approach this one, guys. I can't see us really going blow for blow or getting right at them being a super attacking side. I think what will happen is we'll be letting them have a lot of the football, and then when they get close to our final third or maybe the halfway line, we'll get out to them and start pressing them. But I think we're just going to let them have it and conserve our energy and try and hit them and hurt them on the counter attack. That's sort of what we're going to have to do at the moment. I mean, if we get into the some of the statistics like beforehand, just looking at the recent form from Manchester United against Man City, it makes for interesting reading. I mean, check this out. So we have won 7 of the last 9 Manchester derbies in all competitions, with the only home victory in this sequence being Manchester United's 2-0 win in March 2020. So we're good on the road. We're very, very good on the road. And, in terms of like the form though, yes, we have maybe got 4 wins, 4 draws out of our last 8 games in the Prem, but look at what City have been doing. They did lose to Spurs, obviously. But other than that, they've got 15 wins out of their last 17 in the league. They've drawn 1, they've lost 1. So in terms of form, they are on championship form. What we know, though, is that Liverpool are chomping at the bit there. They're biting on their tails, and they're trying to catch them. And if Manchester United won or draw tomorrow, it's going to obviously blow the whole race wide open yet again. So it's an interesting one, guys. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm nervous about it. I think that all form, though, we're talking about form here, and it's important. United have been in decent form. If we have a look at the form table, of course, we did draw against Watford. That was gash, but we're 5th in the form table right now. Man City are 4th in the form table right now, with a draw against Southampton and a loss against Spurs in their previous 6 games. The others are all wins. So it's not like they're in a majestic period of form right now. Liverpool are clearly... they've won 6 out of their last 6. Liverpool are clearly making a sort of push for it. So this is a hugely important game for both these teams, more so than ever, really. Everything's still to play for this season. Man United can still get in the top 4, but if we're gonna get in the top 4, we might have to, have some sort of an upset in a game like this, really, because that's what it would be right now. And if Man City are going to win the league, then they're going to have to get points at least, or try and win this game against Manchester United, of course. So this game tomorrow is massively important for Man City's title push, and also Man United's top 4 push as well. Because if we do lose this game, crikey, we're way down, we're way out. Arsenal will be looking pretty good for top 4 there, and there's other teams that could be finishing even ahead of us there as well if we continue to go on a losing run. After that, remember we have got some very tough fixtures coming up. So massive importance for United and Ralph Rangnick on this game, and huge importance for Pep Guardiola and Man City on this game as well because of their title implications. So this is all to play for, my friends, but form will go out of the window. So... okay, form is important. Okay, yeah, they may be statistically the better team. Okay, they might be top of the league. They might have been cruising for much of it this season as well. And they're in decent form. And they're just a further progressed side than Ralph Rangnick's substitute teach at Manchester United, to be fair. How can he really have the same level of understanding, the same, progression that Pep's had in all those years and money and time and everything that he's had at City? He can't. It's a difficult task for him. But form is one of those things that in a derby game like this matters little because it's about passion, it's about who wants it more on the day, which is why you've seen over the last few seasons Manchester United be quite shite, but still manage to get the job done against Manchester City in those crunch games because it's all about the passion on the day and whoever turns up and wants it more and performs better on their day. And the thing is about Manchester United, you can say what you want, you can wax lyrical about City, about how great they are and what players they've got, and they are great, they've got great players, they're a great team. But United, if everything clicks, if the players turn up, if Ronaldo stops being an absolute bloody invisible melt in front of goal and actually takes his chances, if people like Bruno Fernandes could put away a sitter, that would be nice. And all the rest of it, if all the rest of the players that have been underperforming do turn up and have a good, passionate game and take their chances when they come, of course Man United have got it in us to dispatch of Manchester City. Of course we do. Now, the odds will be stacked in their favour right now. They're at home and obviously they're a better team than United right now. But because of the fact that it is a derby, because of what it represents for United, the top 4 and the rivalry, there's every chance that United come out with the dub tomorrow. So come on, United. We need a big performance from you. You know that game where we were up against Leeds a few weeks ago? Now, I know Leeds are no comparison to United, especially now. Like in terms of who's in the form table, they're 20th. They're right at the bottom of the form table. They've lost every bloody game of their last 6 games pretty much. So, it's not exactly an amazing achievement to beat Leeds the way we did. But what I liked about that Leeds performance was that because it was that rivalry, you saw passionate performances in there. You saw full-blooded, committed, battling performances. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to battle City tomorrow. We're not going to have to let them have the ball, play it around. We've got to obviously when they get into our half, when they get into our front third, we've got to get at them. We've got to get into them. You've got to crunch them, let them know you're there. So I really hope we see a little bit more of that guile that we saw in that Leeds game against City tomorrow, because you can't play into their hands. You've got to make it rough, you've got to make it dirty, you've got to make it a threat on the counter-attack as well, because they are going to dominate possession of the football. Evening there, the Vootinator. How you doing there, dude? Ali's in here as well. Tampa Guy, Flabby G, Joe Pringle, Sub to Flying Pig United, Mickey Kramer, everyone, thank you so much for getting in the stream. Elliot Manduna, how you doing, guys? Yes, get your thoughts and opinions in. Do smash that like on it as well if you're just joining us, and have your say. So, so let's just talk about quickly some of the team news. Manchester United, City. Of course, City actually without a couple of key defenders here. So they are without Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake, both injury doubts anyway. They're injury doubts at this moment in time. So that is very positive for us, because obviously Ruben Diaz is one of the best defenders in the league. If he's not playing, that would be great. We'll have to wait and see, of course, if Manchester United can even get much of the play. It's going to be similar, I think, like that Atletico Madrid game where there's a lot of less chances. It's not going to be like that Watford game where we've got loads and loads of chances where we're dominating play. No. What it'd be more so like is us just having a few handful of chances on the counter-attack. That's honestly what I think is going to happen. And so we're going to have to take those chances when they come. We couldn't do that in the previous games at all. We're going to have to do it against Manchester City. Hey, sub to Flying Pig United. Thank you very much for the $5 Aussie dollar super chat there, getting in here from down under. Hey there, little gamesters. We're getting smashed tomorrow. Nah, you never know, mate. We'll see. We might surprise you. Sub to Flying Pig United says, Pig, great job yesterday. Very classy, mate. Thank you very much, sub to Flying Pig United. No, it was a good thing we did, guys. As a community, we raised some good money to help some people in need in Ukraine, obviously for humanitarian aid. So get in there, shout out to the Bacon Brigade. The community did it. It was fantastic. Sub to Flying Pig, thank you so much. Let's get a cheeky little sue in the live chat there for Sub to Flying Pig United. Yes, Aaron, what's good? Berber, thank you everyone for joining. Bunch of heroes. So yes, Nathan Ake and also Ruben Diaz are both injury doubts for Manchester City. In terms of Manchester United, it looks like really we've got much of the players available. It's good news that Scott McTominay returned to training a few days ago, of course, and I personally think that he is in a good shout to start in the game because of the sort of player that he is, because of the passion that he brings to the table, because of his good performances in derbies previously. McTominay, who remembers that screamer, mate? But also just his battle. I like his battle. You look at his performance in the Leeds game where he's getting around. Maybe it was a little bit dodgy towards the end. He could have been sent. But his overall full-blooded performance in nature is exactly what I want to see in that derby game tomorrow against Manchester City. So for me, I think Scott McTominay should start. But it's good that he's back in the line of contention. Also, we've got Edinson Cavani, who has been out for a while now with an injury. He's been back in training as well. And Ralph Rangnick in his presser yesterday, he did give us the team news in regards to Scott McTominay and Cavani. So at 7 a.m. this morning as well on manunited.com, there was just a little update about it. Rangnick's provided us some further information about the involvement of Edinson Cavani and Scott McTominay in Sunday's 187th Manchester derby. So at the start of the week, the pair were known to have fitness concerns, but both players have now resumed full training after missing the draws of Atletico and Watford. Cavani also had to sit out the games against Southampton, Brighton and Leeds due to a groin issue. So it's good that Cavani's getting back into the team, right? Because I was worried that maybe he wasn't playing because he's fallen out with Ralph Rangnick in the sense that Ronaldo's number one choice up there and Cavani's not been playing, but they've just sort of been hushing it like that. And obviously he's linked to a move to La Liga in the summer as well, so that kind of thing. But hopefully it is just a genuine groin thing here. But the Uruguayan's more prolonged spell on the sideline means Rangnick is unlikely to risk him from the start against Pep Guardiola's side. This is what's on manunited.com. This is what he said. He said, well, it's good to have him back. We have one more alternative in a central attacking position, but he's been out for 3 weeks. That's something also to bear in mind. I don't think he could play for more than, half an hour. So he's literally given us information and tell us, no, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to start Edinson Cavani. But it does seem like Ronaldo's going to be starting and Cavani might come on later in the game as a substitute because he's only just coming back to fitness, obviously, and maybe he doesn't want to, rush him too soon. But he said he's ready for that, for coming on as a sub, but I don't think he can be in contention to start that game. So unless this is just mind games and Ralph Rangnick's just trying to give, Pep Guardiola something to think about planning for Ronaldo, but they're actually going to play Cavani, then it does look like it's going to be Cristiano Ronaldo who's going to be playing in the team, doesn't it, guys? So get your thoughts in the live chat. Let's just have a little vote in the live chat. Just write the name of the player you would like to see start at the striker position or the centre forward position. Edinson Cavani or Cristiano Ronaldo? Who would you actually like to see start? Never mind who's fit, whatever. Who would you like to see start based on, whatever, just based on what you think is the right player to start in this Manchester derby? Ronaldo, says Sly Dog. Both, says Liam Barker. Interesting, different formation maybe, different, but get both of them on the same time. It's a shame we haven't seen more of that, dude. Like something like a 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2, more a conventional 4-2-2-2 with Ronaldo and Cavani up top. I think that could have worked more. But then again, he has been out injured. Connor Matthews says, Ronaldo is a big game player, though. He has to start for you. Great shout there. Aaron, thank you for putting the link to the channel membership in there. Get in there, my son. Maguire, Cavani. Cavani says Joe Pringle. Philip Chapman says Ronaldo. Berber says Ronnie. Bruno False 9. Okay, fair enough. So most of you saying CR7 says Tampa Guy. Susan Lively Sue says Ronaldo. Thank you, Susan. So it seems like Ronaldo's the choice. Let's just talk about that for a moment. Ronaldo hasn't been in great form lately. Cavani's only just coming back into fitness. And to be fair, even the game or two he had before getting injured again, he didn't look exactly sensational. So I do think Ronaldo is absolutely the right choice to start at striker for this game. And he has been shite recently, though. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, guys. CR7 has not been banging him in, really, to the level that we know he's capable of. Lacking confidence, lacking belief, looking frustrated, man. Looking angry out there. And we love the passion. I love the passion. And I love the reaction and just his own personal determination. But, man, something's in a funk situation with Ronaldo right now. He's in some sort of horrible funk. And he's got to get out of it. He's got to arrive again at Manchester United here with another good performance against City. Imagine if he could just get that clutch winner. Or just get a couple of goals, a cheeky brace. If he could be clinical like he always was. If he could be clinical when we just get a few chances in this game, because that's probably all we're going to get. But when he gets them, if he takes them, you know, then that's what he needs to do, really. I'm not so sure if he can do it right now, based on his overall confidence. Hey, what's going on there, Sub to Front Pig? Thank you for another super chat. He says, I want to see Piggy in goal, Johnny Gallagher as striker, and the gaming simp at left wing. Is that where our chosen positions are? That makes sense, dude. Bacon Brigade FC. Well, look. Hey, mate, maybe we can make that happen one day. Not even kidding. Thank you so much, Sub to Flying Pig United. Get in there. Let's get another little sue in the live chat. Hey, Gunshi, what's going on, dude? He says, Ronaldo is in an existential funk, Pig. I tell you what, if Ronaldo's in an existential funk, then God knows what me and you were in, Gunshi. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. He should be in an existential bliss, in all fairness, with what his plot is right now. But whatever the reason is, listen, from a professional point of view, it's not happening for him, is it, on the pitch? But I think there's a deeper problem at United, obviously. The team seems to be not functioning to the best of their abilities. Mr. Bruno Fernandes, Mr. Magnifico, 18 months of solid, consistent balling from Bruno Fernandes at Man United after we signed him. It's all gone to pot this season, though. The inconsistency has crept in just like everybody else. It's almost like Man United just has some sort of rust at the club, and as soon as players come in, they catch this rust. It's really strange. I don't know what it is, but the belief seems to be sapped out of some of these players. Ronaldo last year is banging 29 and 31 for Juve in Serie A, and doing bits in the Champions League as well. Obviously, they didn't have a great run in the Champions League, but still. And then this year, look, I know the Premier League's a lot harder, but we can't deny his recent performances just haven't been to the level of Ronaldo. I don't blame him for a lot of the performances recently. I blame him for a few, because I think he's just not taken his chances, like he's been shy in front of goal, and that's not characteristic of Cristiano. But in other games, I think he's played well all round, even if he's not scored. And then also in other games where he's not played that well, I think a lot of that is down to the fact that he's just not been getting the service from a lot of his teammates. I think the overall team has underperformed around him as well. So it's not helped. It's a three-edged sword here, you know. He has underperformed from a finishing point of view. He's also struggled to get the service. And in other games, you know, he's played well all round, but he's just lacked the goals. If we look at his record so far at Manchester United, he's 37 years old, of course, and he has scored 15 times for Man United so far since he's come back on this second spell at the club. And he's got 3 assists in 30 appearances for us this season in all competitions. Now, again, I know statistics only tell you one story, but that's 18 goal contributions in 30 appearances across all competitions. I mean, it's not bad. That doesn't even sound that bad, does it? The Premier League is much harder. And in the league, in fact, he's done well in the Champions League with 6 and 6. But in the Premier League, he's got 9 goals and 3 assists in 23 Premier League outings. So when you look at it like that, you know, that's Romelu Lukaku standards. when Romelu Lukaku was at United, you know, he'd get you one just under every 2 games, 1 goal every other 2 games. It's not good enough, you know. And Ronaldo has to step up. He's got to start taking those chances, getting those goals. and being that clutch, clinical player that we all know he is. But he's just in a funk, man, and you can see the frustration bearing down on him. And there seems to be a little bit of extra pressure every single time he steps out there. Mamasini says that's way off his usual stats. I mean, it is. But remember, he's older. Remember, the Premier League is a tougher league. But also remember, Man United as a team hasn't been playing that well. I asked the question a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's so poignant and true, especially with the game tomorrow. But Man City almost signed Ronaldo. Well, not almost signed it, but there was talks of him going to City. That's why Man United had to pounce and get in there. Imagine if he had signed for City and just gone up top there for City. Like, would he be struggling to find the net like he is at Manchester United? Would he only have 9 Premier League goals? The answer to that question is I don't think so. I think he would have slotted right in there because they're a great team behind him. They would have played the same way that they always have done, but they'd just have him up top as a finisher, and they would have still created a lot of chances for him. And so, therefore, he would have scored a shitload more goals and he would have looked a lot better. I think that's personally just true. You have to just say that's true. Maybe it'd have had 1 or 2 sort of negative effects on their team in some ways, but I definitely think that he would have just scored a lot more goals there. The fact is, United has been a struggling outfit as a team. He's come in, Ollie's been sacked. That just goes to show you the sort of season we're having. You know, Ollie's signed him, then the manager gets sacked. We've got a new manager coming. You know, it's not a perfect scenario for Ronaldo to be slotting into. So the fact that he has got the goals that he's got in and amongst the struggle, I still think shows that he's still a great player. And also his Champions League performance earlier on in the season for us is sort of a large reason why we're in the latter stages of the Champions League. Ronaldo clutched us a lot of important goals, and he's the clutch goat, but he's just not at the moment. Ronaldo, hey, thank you so much for subscribing there, by the way, Pokoi Oldima. Appreciate you for hitting the subscribe there. Nice one. Yes, guys, if you're new to the channel, do what Paul Keane has done there. Smash that subscribe button. We're on here every day giving you the latest United news. We'll be doing the watch along for the game tomorrow as well, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell icon as well to get notified. And also, drop that like button on the video. Let's get this stream to 100 likes. Smash that like button if you haven't done so. It's free. Boost us up there on the YouTube algorithm. Help us compete against the clickbait wankers and the corporation bellends. So please do smash that thumbs up button. That helps us boost up there, guys. And it's free to do, so please do. Super chat here from Metasima Noctem. What's going on there, Metasima? Says, fun fact, we are winning the Champions League. Who cares about the Premier League, says Metasima Noctem. So, are you a Man United fan? You are, aren't you? Hey, fair play. I love that optimism, dude. I love that optimism. I don't necessarily share that same optimism with you, but stranger things have happened. Like Chelsea obviously winning it last year, or Chelsea winning it under Roberto Di Matteo when he came in as an interim sort of capacity. So, hey, look, we're still in it. I was having this debate yesterday on my FIFA stream. We're still in it, and that is good enough reason to say we've got a chance. We are still massively up against it. There's better teams in Europe. There's better teams in England right now who are in Europe still. But, hey, look, knockout cup football, anything can happen. So we've still got a chance there. The KKS says we can't have Liverpool winning the league either, so I hope we don't be City. Hey, fair play, KKS. That's it. It's a poison chalice, this game, isn't it, mate? If you win it, obviously, we need to win it. We do need to win it to get ourselves a chance of reigniting that top 4 hope. But you're so right. If we do manage to beat City, then it just blows open the Premier League race for Liverpool, who are looking the better team at the moment as well. They're in really good form, just seem to be winning pretty damn easily, coasting every single week, really, and impressing. So, yeah, the momentum would be with Liverpool if Man United managed to win this game against City tomorrow, which is horrible. And you're right. The lesser of two evils is always at this moment in time, is if City win, just simply because we know the reasons why they're winning. It's because of the fucking oligarch billions that they've pumped into the club, making a mockery of football. We know that. But also, Liverpool would have the same amount of titles as us, of course, then in the Premier League. And then they've got more Champions Leagues. We can't have that. We can't have that. So at this moment in time, I like the fact that they've only got 1 Premier League title and they've got the same amount of Premier League titles as Blackburn. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it as them having 19 top flight titles. I look at it as us having 13 Premier Leagues and them having 1. That's how I look at it. And also, the fact that, Blackburn have won it, Leicester City have won it, that bodes well for me. They've also got 1 too. Right, guys, I'm just going to get into my team news here. But Ronaldo, right, guys, Ronaldo, let's just get a vote in the live chat. How many times do you hear Ronaldo say, oh, this says Atkins 21 on the back. This doesn't say Ronaldo. It says Atkins 21. I forget. How many times are you going to hear him say, tomorrow? 0, 1, 2, 3? Let me know how many times you think. I'm thinking we're going to hear one cheeky little Sue tomorrow, and that might be enough to get us a cheeky little draw. I can see a lot of people getting your predictions in the live chat, so let's get your score predictions in. This is my score prediction, 1-1. Tough game, chances are few and far between. Maybe United get a cheeky little goal on the counter-attack. Cristiano Ronaldo clutches a cheeky little goal, Sue, and they get on the score sheet as well, and we draw. That's how I see it going down, guys. I want to say, hey, let's go smash them up. We've won 7 out of the last 9. But the way Man United have been struggling against the likes of Watford, and not necessarily struggling in play, but to finish our chances, I'm not so sure if these guys can turn up and clutch those chances when they get them, because they're going to get less chances, a lot less chances against Man City. And Ronaldo, he's out of form. Bruno's looking out of form. These guys are going to have to step up and be clinical tomorrow if we're going to get something from this game. But because of that, I think we're only going to get a draw. But there you go. Okay, so a few people thinking 0. A lot of people thinking he's going to get 0 goals. Oh, that would be horrible, wouldn't it, if he goes another game without getting any? You will see Penaldo cry tomorrow, says Blue Viper. Mate, even if he was just Penaldo right now, he's been fucking sharting the penalties as well, dude. And the free kicks and stuff. Like, I don't even want to see a Ronaldo free kick ever again, bro. Just going to be honest. Somebody else needs to take them. Let's get Alex Tellers on the pitch taking him. I think he might be our best free kick taker, honestly. Bruno's decent as well, but Ronaldo, nah. I've had enough of Ronaldo's free kicks. Okay, here's your score prediction. So my score prediction is 1-1. Counter-attacking display, solid defending, bit of a midfield battle from the likes of McTominay, etc. tomorrow. I think if he starts, he might not even start, but I think if he starts, then we'll see a big battle in midfield there. And most of the time, they're going to have possession of the ball. They'll be camped out, on the halfway line, really. When they get towards our final third, or maybe just in our half, that's when we'll get out to them and press them and try and get the ball back and counter. But, and then when their attacks break down, if and when they do, Manchester United will try and move it quickly and get it up the pitch. So that's how I see us getting something from the game. You're going to hear 3 De Bruyne times 3, says Connor Matthews. 2-1 says Sleep Tight. 2-1 says Sly Dog to United, loving these predictions. 2-2 says Joe Pringle. Vutinator thinks it's going to be 1-1. Madhouse is 3-2 to City. Sorry, guys. So a reverse of that one, that classic one where Pogba put in that great performance and came back. Let's just talk about Pogba for a second. He needs to have a great game if he plays, which he probably will. This is my team prediction, by the way. Actually, before I get on there, let's just see what your rest of your thoughts are. Connor Matthews says 3-1 to City. De Bruyne, Foden, Mahrez and Sancho. Brian Foskett says 2-1 to United. 2-1 to United, says Tampa guy. Lorena Marquez says 3-1. City wins 3-1. United is your team, though. Fair enough. City are the more likely team to win. Slabby scores a hat-trick, says Mamassini. 3-1 to City, unfortunately, but we will be competitive, says Jaden Peter Karamalis. 3-1 to United, says Elliot Manduna. 3-2, says Philip Chapman. 1-1, says Flabby G. 7-0 to City, says Dino Senio. 2-1, says Eunice Akram. 1-0, says Lemonhead. 2-1, says Flabby. Phil Jones replaces Ronaldo. 2-1, says Clive Linney Fat. 2-1, says Simon Almeida. A lot of 2-1s coming in. Okay, I think that's the most popular prediction for the game. So 2-1 to United is what the live chat is thinking, most of them. Most of you legends in the live chat there. Fair play, I love that. I love that positivity, guys. You still think we can get the job done, even though we've been a bit gash, even though we couldn't be the likes of Watford, Wolves, Aston Villa, etc. recently, Burnley, and we've struggled big time. You think we can smash up City atop the league. I love that optimism. Come on, United. But you know what? You're right. You are right. Form goes out the window on this one. Man United, in a derby battle, we can give just as good as we get, I think, in different ways. We're not going to control possession of the football like they do. But if we go about it in our correct style and make it difficult for them and just rope-a-dope them, basically, that's what we've got to do. We've got to be Muhammad Ali in a rumble in the jungle, mate. We've got to rope-a-dope them and then just hit them on the counter in the key moments. We need to be patient, we need to be organised, and we need to have well-timed, ruthless aggression. That's what we need. Well-timed, ruthless aggression on the counter-attack and clinicality in front of goal. The boys, Ronaldo, Bruno, these guys have to step up, don't they? Right, this is my team prediction. This is not the team that I want to see play. Just to be clear, this is not the team I want to see play. This is the team that I believe Mr. Ralph Rangnick will select in his lineup. So let's just increase the size of this a little bit so you can see what's going on. So De Gea in goal. Obviously picks himself. I've got a feeling Tellez is going to be coming back in for this game. He's good getting forward, the deliveries of the balls. I think Luke Shaw's looked a little bit mediocre and a little bit like he's eaten too many fucking pork pies lately as well. So time to take a little bench, I think, for Lucas Shaw. And then Maguire and Varane. Now, I don't want to see the human slab of concrete come back in the team, just like you don't want to either. I want to see Lindelof and Varane because I think that looked good in the last game, even though we couldn't finish our chances off. You know, we're sound in that sense, and the previous couple of games we've seen them together. I think they give you what you need. Bit more mobility, both good on the ball, whereas Maguire just turns like a fucking yacht, and he's just disappointing, error-laden, gash leader. And he's making costing us errors on the weekly, making a lot of mistakes. But I think that Rangnick's going to put him back in there then. Gangshi, mate, has been a member of this channel for 26 months. Highlighted member comment, dude. Thank you so much, Gangshi, for supporting this channel for 26 months. Guys, let's get a love heart and a hashtag 26 in there for Don Gangshi. Mate, that's an amazing time to be supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Well over 2 years, lad. He says, Pig, the Loins are predicting a cheeky 3-2 slugfest with United coming out on top. Come on! Get in there, Gangshi. Love that, mate. Hope you're right, dude. I would be happy to see any win, but a 3-2 slugfest, it would really be what the doctor ordered, mate. So I hope you're bang on. I hope it is like that time when, you remember when City were 2-0 up at half-time and then Pogba's completely changed the second half. We ended up winning 3-2. Something like that. If we could get an epic like that. Or you know that game when, a couple of years ago, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, last couple of moments of the game, Edison's fumbled it. Martial scored that free kick, Bruno over the top of the wall, you remember? And then in the last few moments, Edison's fumbled it, and McTominay's lashed it in from distance. That is what I want to see. Something like that, mate. Something to really ignite our season again. Because it has been a shit season, this one, full of all sorts of horrible, horrible displays and bad performances. Think about that previous City result. Think about that Liverpool game. Oh, my goodness. It has been a shocking season we could really do with just for morale in the fan base and for the team and everyone. We could really do with a good performance and result against these City scummers. Come on, United! Let's be fucking having you now. Let's show a little bit of bottle. Stop being a bunch of pansies. Fiddy-fannying around all the time. Let's put in a fucking shift. Let's put in a display against the City scum here. This is the Manchester derby, for fuck's sake. Manchester is still red. Let's be honest, it's only tinged slightly fucking purple in recent years, son. Let's go prove it's fucking red again, son. Come on. Let's get hyped. Right, okay, I'm really looking forward to it, though, guys. I hope we smash them up. So, right, Maguire, I think, starts the human slab. He does my head in, but I think Rangnick goes with him. Next to him, Rafael Varane. You know, I think he's looked pretty good recently. He's had his moments, but I think he's looked pretty good recently. I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back here because defensively, we need soundness there. Dalot is very good going forward, and he is good. He is improved and looked a lot more solid defensively also, but he's nowhere near as good a defender as something like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So I think for those reasons, maybe attack down the left a little bit more with Tellez, and it just gives us a little bit more defensive balance there maybe to have Aaron Wan-Bissaka on that side. So he's got the defensive quality there. In midfield, now I'm going with the fact that maybe he can bring on Fred later in the game as well. Matic can come on later in the game to control games. Matic's not going to start and play the whole 90 minutes, I don't think. Now, he might be playing because he's looked good recently. Matic probably deserves to play based on his man-of-the-match performance probably against Watford last time up. But I've just got a feeling mobility-wise, battle-wise, you know, creativity-wise, he's going to go with Pogba. And then for the battle, he's going to go with Scott McTominay. I've got a feeling, even though Scott is only just coming back to fitness, he's only had a few days training, he's not going to play the whole 90 minutes. I think he'll probably be subbed off, depending on the situation for Fred or Matic later. But just got a feeling that Scott McTominay's going to come in there because he's got that battle about him. You saw that in the Leeds game. And in a derby game, you need that. You need somebody who's going to get stuck in, ruffle a few feathers, and just sort of marshal that midfield. And I hope that if he does play, he has another good performance like that because he's capable of doing that. That's why I think that Scott McTominay should start in this one. But also, this isn't my team. I just think that Rangnick's going to go this. Then Pogba next to him doesn't offer you the best defensively, but in terms of battle, he is a physical guy, and you need somebody who can get the play going forward. That's what Matic actually provided us such amazing qualities in the last game with. To be fair, it wasn't his fault or the defense's fault, really, why we didn't take those chances to win that game. No, like Matic set the play going lots of times, which we struggled to do a lot with the likes of Fred and McTominay alone in midfield. You need somebody who can shepherd the ball forward. Pogba can do that, obviously. Matic can definitely do that. Matic did that in the last game. I was very impressed with Matic, like just getting the ball and getting us going. That's all you have to do. Play a simple pass or play a good forward pass. And he did that a lot of times. But just for this game, I think he would be maybe better off coming on later in the game to sort of calm things down, control things later in the game. So I am expecting to see Matic, and I'm probably expecting to see Fred. But I just think Pogba and McTominay will start. Guys, who's your centre midfield pairing then for the game tomorrow? Let us know. If Ralph Rangnick does play with a 4-2-3-1, who would you play in those sort of holding midfield roles? McTominay, Pogba is who I've gone for here. Gungshi says, I think the midfield will be McTominay, Pogba and Bruno, unless Pogba gets shifted out to the left wing. That could happen as well. I was thinking about that. I was thinking he might go with something like Matic, McTominay. Matic showing really good control in the last game. McTominay with that passion and that fire and that battle. And then Pogba out on the left because he's played there quite a lot of times. He also gives you more control over the football as well. He can create from there. But I don't know. I did think about that though. He's going to go with McFred. I just know it says Sophia Key. Marwan Bahiri says, I heard Ronaldo didn't travel with the squad. I don't think that's true, mate. I mean, I'm sure we'd have been hurt. I'm sure. Where'd you hear about this, mate? From your dodgy mate, Dave? But if he didn't, then that's fantastic. But no, I'm pretty sure he's playing. I mean, we've heard from Ralph Rangnick today, this morning. There was a piece on manunited.com, a little bit of an extended info from the presser yesterday, and it did state that Cavani's probably not ready to play, up top starting. He's just probably ready to play 30 minutes or so. So because of that, I personally think that Ronaldo starts, mate. He's got to be starting, hasn't he? Guys, we are at 78 likes on the stream. We've got 149 legends watching. We can do better than that. You what? Bacon Brigade, like spike. Let's get 100 likes on the stream, guys. Smash the old like-a-rooski if you're joining us. And also hit that subscribe button. Get yourself involved. You only need to be subbed for 1 minute to chat in the live chat. So hit that subscribe button. Get yourself in here. Have your say. Oh, by the way, we got a super chat of rawness here, dude. Sorry, I almost missed that. Thank you so much. How could I miss it? To sub to Flying Pig United, man, with a 20 Aussie dollar super chat, bro. He says, beers on me for yesterday, brother. Grab a 6-pack and a takeaway on me. Like Spike, subscribe Spike, mate. Thank you so much, sub to Flying Pig United. You're a bloody legend, dude. Beers on me for yesterday. Grab a 6-pack and takeaway on me. Hey, I bloody will do sub to Flying Pig United. Come on. Get in there, guys. Can we get a love heart and a sue in there for sub to Flying Pig United? That's very kind, dude. Nice one. Thank you so much for that, dude. Get in. What a top lad. What a top lad. Chrissy J says, like button smash. Thank you so much, Chrissy J. Hey, Beef Bully says, I say we should play a 3-2-4-1 tomorrow and Elanga up front on his own. Then 2 mid behind McTominay and Fred. Midfielders, Pogba, Sanchez. What are you doing? What are you on about me, League? Are you fucking for real, bro? Nice one, Beef Bully. Right. Okay, so that's my team lineup there. Sorry, we didn't actually finish it, did we? I got sidetracked. Okay, I've gone with Rashford, guys. Now, I don't want Rashford to start. I'd rather see, like Gungshi mentioned, maybe Pogba starting there in a different midfield pairing. Or Elanga. Rhythm is a dancer, Anthony Elanga. He scores goals from everywhere. Yeah, Anthony Elanga. So, because he's been in great form recently. You look at what he's done. He's looking confident. He's looking like he's somebody that can make something happen. He's taking chances. Hey, Kafka, thank you so much for the super sticker there, bro. Hey, thank you so much, dude, for the hug. That's a hug right there. Hey, let's get some hug emojis in there, dude. Thank you, Kafka, for the 219 sexy time with the hug there, man. Thank you so much, Kafka. Let's get a cheeky little soo in there. Really appreciate the support there, man. Thank you so much. Get in. Legend, man. Right, so Rashford, I think, starts just because, well, he's the more experienced player in these types of games. Manchester derby, Rashford's been there, he's done that, he knows what it's about. It is a big game, there is pressure, there is an atmosphere. Oh, shit. And because of that, I've just got a feeling that maybe he will give Rashford the chance, and wrongfully so. Rashford should not be starting, if you ask me. we should go with Anthony Elanga in that position based on form. But I just got a feeling based on experience, he will go with Marcus Rashford. James T says Elanga's got to start over Rashford. He'll prefer the boot cleaner over... You'd prefer the boot cleaner over Rashford? That's hilarious. Yeah. He's just out of form, isn't he? It's like Maguire, isn't it? I would see literally Jimmy the janitor start at centre-back ahead of fucking Maguire. So I completely agree with you there. Rashford, just based on form, shouldn't be starting in this game, but I bet you he does. I just got a feeling he does. I hope Rangnick does go with Elanga and rewards the good performances that he's put in. But got a feeling Rashford starts and Elanga comes on later in the game. Just call it a hunch. Who do you guys think starts at left mid then? Let's have a little vote in the live chat. Not who you want to start, because I think most people were fully aware that Rashford is out of form and Elanga's in good form. So it's easy to say Elanga. I mean, player of the month for Elanga, you know, it's easy to say it. But who do you think starts? Who do you think Rangnick plays? Does he go with a bit more proven experience, a bit of, knowledge of these city derbies, you know, or does he go with Anthony Elanga? Just give him that raw, youthful exuberance look for the side. And also, he is in confidence at the moment. He's playing with confidence. He's actually making things happen. So do you think Rangnick actually goes for it? Hey, thank you for subscribing there. WazHBK7. Appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, mate. Mickey Kramer says, you think it will be Pogba, funnily? I could see it happening, mate. I was actually toying with the idea of that earlier because Matic had such a good game last time out. You could feasibly see a midfield combination of either Matic or Fred or Matic and McTominay in this game when that frees up Pogba to play out on the left-hand side. So I did think similarly, actually, Mickey. So we have got a third option there of Paul Pogba. So it's Rashford, Elanga or Pogba. Connor says Elanga would cause more problems than Rashford against us, says Connor Matthews. Yeah, right now, this moment in time, I think you're right. Lorena Marquez says Elanga will start. James T comments Elanga's got to start. Clive Linifat says Rashford should start. Okay, is that just based on his experience then? Because it can't be based on form because Rashford's not in good form, is he? But fair play to you, though. Fair play to you, though, for getting your thoughts in there. Okay, Rashford then is... We'll see. I mean, I think most people wanted Elanga to start. Evelyn Ofori says Man United should win. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we do. Sancho over on the other side, he's easier to pick. It's not like he had an amazing game last time out, but he did have a good game, an okay game, and he's also looked really good in recent weeks. Like, he's one of the few players that's actually in good form. Like, he's looked in good form. He's got a couple of goals, a couple of assists. He's in good form. He's put in consistent performances. Most of the team are not really putting in these consistent performances in terms of form-wise. You're seeing, you know, a couple of players doing it, but more or less everyone's having a bit of a shoddy game here or there. But Sancho's looked pretty damn good, I'd say, the last 4 or 5 games that we've seen him. Getting good stats and stuff like that as well. So fair play to Jadon Sancho. I think he's easy to pick on this side. And then Bruno Fernandes in the CAM role, really easy to pick also. And it's not necessarily based on form. Look at how shite Bruno was last time out, guys. Couldn't hit a fucking barn door with his wang if he was standing half an inch away from it, could he? He was struggling to fight to hit anything. Open goals. Sitters. Ronaldo's put a fucking one on the platter for him on his head. He's guffed it over the top. He's skewed a whole bunch wide. Open goal, puts it well wide. Nearer the fucking corner flag than the goal. Shocking stuff from Bruno in the last time out. And that's been kind of a theme in some of the performances. Sometimes it's clicked and he's turned up, but still erratic, inconsistent. Bruno Fernandes is not the same Bruno that we saw sign in that January window, unfortunately. This season, he's not as consistent. He's not as much as a Portuguese Magnifico, unfortunately. He's not really marshalling or bossing it or leading it like he was back then and making things happen like it was back then. He seems to have maybe taken a second fiddle now to maybe Cristiano as the Portuguese Magnifico in the club. And for that reason, I don't know, he just seems to have, I don't know, he seems to, whatever it is, the harmony up the top of the pitch there is not what it was a year or so ago. We're not getting the goals that we should be getting. Our stats in terms of goals are not great. And you could just see in the performances when we're creating a lot of chances, players lacking the confidence and to put it away. So Bruno Fernandes, although that is true about him and he is inconsistent and he's not had a good game last time out, he is Bruno. And he's still got the quality, if he turns up on his day, to wreak havoc on City's defence. And he does have a great eye for a ball. He might leave you a little bit exposed sometimes, but he's the one player that takes the most chances in the team. So he's maybe going to lose the ball a lot more than others because he's trying to play those really siving passes, those balls in the danger zone. And because of that, you know, he is going to lose the ball and sometimes he's not going to look great. But when it all clicks and when it all comes together, you know, it looks fantastic and he creates a lot for the team. And also, if he actually gets his shooting boots on and when he gets a chance, puts it in the back of the net, then you know, we can definitely win the game because and with Bruno. So you got to start Bruno Fernandes. Who else would you start there, really? You can't really go messing around putting Pogba there, trying something like that. Bruno needs to play, doesn't he? James T says Bruno's been poor all season. I mean, apart from a handful of really fantastic performances, and his stats are still pretty damn good, actually. Statistically, he's not bad. You know, he's not been sensational this year. I wouldn't say he's been poor all season, actually, no. I'd say he's been poor for half the season. I think half the time he's looked just like the same old Bruno, and the other half the time he's looked really lackluster and just out of sorts and not the same Bruno at all. So I wouldn't say he's completely gash. But there you go. Hey, Rob, we think he will play the team you have just predicted on your screen. It won't be far off, I don't think. Yeah, maybe. He could alter the midfield a little bit there, and maybe he could surprise us and go Lindelof and Varane again. But maybe not. Hey, Ellie, what's going on? How you doing there tonight? Hope you're doing well tonight. Ellie, thank you so much for getting in there. Thank you so much for donating to the charity fund last night as well for Ukraine. Absolute legendary. Get in there. Hope you're doing well tonight. Scotty and Bumpy's in here. Says, Bruno wants out to Paris or Barca. My mate in Lisbon told me on the phone today. Oh, okay then, Scotty and Bumpy Television. Well, as long as your mate in Lisbon has told us that he's going there to Paris or Barca, then I guess it's 100% dead cert, mate. No need for any speculation. That's it. It's all done then. You know what I mean? You're taking a piss, son. He's not going anywhere, is he? It looks like for a start, he's contracted at United for several more years. And at some point soon, Bruno's going to be offered a really big, new, juiced-up contract. A really new, juiced-up contract to make him one of the highest-paid players at the club. That is going to happen. As long as he starts performing, you know, again, to the standard that we know he can. Mr. Miyagi says, probably says he's poor. He's not getting a goal or assist every game. He's world-class. What's that? Prop says he's poor because he's not getting a goal or assist every game. Exactly. There you go. I mean, if you look at his stats this season, I mean, let's have a look at Bruno's stats this season. So let's just have a look at Premier League assists table and just see where he is on that, because that's really his job, is to get assists. And he's not absolutely fantastic in all fairness. He's down there in 8th place in the Premier League. So he's the 8th best assister in the Premier League with 6. The most is Trent Alexander-Arnold with 11. But in terms of goals, you know, Bruno Fernandes has 9 goals as well. So his goal contributions are 15 in 26. 15 in 26. Not bad at all for a CAM at all, in fact. Statistically, still putting up decent stats in the Prem. You can't really argue with that. I mean, Mo Salah's got 19 goals and 10 assists. So he's got 29 goal contributions in 25, just to put it into perspective. But Bruno Fernandes, obviously more of a, you know, creative, deeper player there who's playing in the hole. So, but I'd say even statistically, Bruno Fernandes is still not doing badly. But he's just not putting up those same sorts of insane stats that he was last season. By the way, guys, I don't see Kevin De Bruyne on this list at all. Just being honest, where the fuck's De Bruyne on this list? Oh, he's not on there. Is this accurate then? I just assume he'd be on it, but he's not. So guess what, guys? De Bruyne's finished then, is he? You know what I mean? Like, statistics only tell a certain story anyway. I don't see De Bruyne on this list, guys. You know what I mean? He's actually not in the top 20. That's a surprise. All right, anyway. Yes, we've got 100 likes on the stream. Get in there, my son. Come on. Where are you? Let's be having you. Thank you, everyone, for smashing that thumbs up. We have got 100 likes. Get in. Kate Cadet says, wouldn't surprise me if the Bruno wanted to leave in the summer. To be honest, I wouldn't give a fuck if he did leave. Kate Cadet, you what? Bruno's not going to want to leave Man United. He loves United. He's just struggling like everybody else, and he's probably pretty disheartened with the fact that things have been changing recently. Different manager coming, obviously. We've been struggling. There's going to be a new manager coming in the summer. But I think Bruno genuinely loves Manchester United. I think he wants to get this club back to where it needs to be. And I think we'll pay him such a fortune if there's any even mention of him going to PSG or anywhere else to keep him, you know, to make him happy. I think we're in a strong position with Bruno. I could see him staying, you know, but Sleep Tight says, I just binge watch your videos, man. Much love. Hey, thank you, Sleep Tight. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. We talk about like the fan reaction ones or something. Thank you, Sleep Tight, for the super chat. Let's get a Sue in there for him. Hey there, Ty Thompson. What's happening? It must be true. This is Kung Shi. Let me just get down to the bottom of the chat here. Thank you, Ellie. She says, like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, so Man United Hodge with a $5 Aussie dollar super chat there, mate. Getting in raw. He says, Ronaldo needs to be dropped. Bruno to be played in a false 9 with Pogba, Fred and McTominay in the midfield. We need that intensity of Fred against City. Fair play. I like your style there. No, I know what you're saying. These buzzers around the energy. Good shout, good shout. We also need the battle for McTominay. Could we see a McFred partnership in the team? Interesting, though. You think Ronaldo needs to be dropped? Wow. The only thing is, Cavani's not quite 100% fit. He's only just coming back from fitness. Obviously, Mason Greenwood's not available for selection. Who else do we have who can play at striker there? I know what you just said. You said play, Bruno as a false 9 and just have two, like a 4-3-3 or something and just not really play with the striker. So I can see what you're saying, but that's a bit of a strange experiment to make in a Manchester derby, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Because I haven't really seen that playing a false 9 up there. Interesting idea, though. Maybe Bruno would come alive if you started playing him at false 9. But I don't know, mate. I don't think he's gonna do that. I'm just gonna be honest. Don't think he's gonna do that. But also, it'd be interesting to see that. But no, Ronaldo, come on. Ronaldo is the clutch goat here. We went over his stats earlier, and they're not terrible. Still, even not terrible. 18 goals, contributions. That's 15 goals and 3 assists in 30 appearances so far for United in all competitions. Not amazing, but also not terrible. And you're talking about somebody here who is one of the greatest clutch goal scorers of all time. Recently, he's been out of form, but if you write Cristiano Ronaldo off, then you'll be regretting it pretty soon, I'm sure, because he loves proving people wrong. And he also always seems to come good at some point and answer the critics. So I still think he's one of the greatest players in the world. This United side has just been struggling, and he's been struggling to adapt and find his place and fit the style and the system, and everybody's been struggling to accommodate Ronaldo as well in this system. So it's just not been ideal for him. But I still think feed Ronaldo and he will score. Now, I know that's not necessarily been the case the last couple of games where he's looked gun-shy, but come on, feed the goat and he will score. Thank you, Man United Hodge, very much for that. K Wars with a highlighted member comment has been a member for 4 months, mate. Thank you so much for supporting the show for 4 months. Let's get a love heart and a hashtag 4 months in there for K Wars. He says, given a score prediction yet, United getting battered. Yeah, my score prediction is 1-1. Don't want to be a negative Nelly, but it's got to be 1-1. A draw, counter-attacking display by United, smothering possession, high possession football from Man City, 60-odd% possession. United with 35% of the possession, hitting them on the counter, clutch a goal on the counter, Cristiano Ronaldo, but we do ultimately concede at some point. That's my prediction, 1-1. Just going to be honest, that's honestly what I think is going to happen. K Wars, thank you so much for supporting the show, being a channel member, you legend. Get in. Why is everyone on about Ronaldo being dropped? He's our only striker, says Gary Finnegan. Yeah, sure, we only have him and Cavani, and we're not good enough to play a false 9. Yeah, that's right, Gary Finnegan. We couldn't probably expect to see that coming in tomorrow. But also, like you say, Cavani, if he was 100% fully fit and back and ready, he might be in contention to start right now, because Ronaldo's not quite been doing it. But like you say, Ronaldo's really our only proper player here who's going to, he's fit to start up top. Yeah, that's right. Evelyn04 needs a higher rating on FIFA. Mr. Miyagi says people who slate CR7 should really go watch tennis. Need a bit of respect on that man's name, to be honest. 37-year-old and still got 18 goal contributions. And he should have more than that, shouldn't he? Because, and not even down to him. He should have more assists because he's actually done all right in terms of giving his teammates some fantastic chances recently. And they haven't put them away. It must be very frustrating because he could have a lot better assist stats also if his teammates weren't such a bunch of melters a la Bruno Fernandes. Beef Buddy says, for real, Pig, CR7 will score again. Definitely, it's just a matter of time. You think it's going to be 3-0 to City, says Alex Walker. 5-0 of Slabby play, says Man United Hodge. Rob says 1-2 to United and Ronaldo to score. Fair play, guys. Right, so just quickly, guys, I'm going to get into, we're going to have a Q&A, but quickly, I'm just going to get into the other couple of stuff I just wanted to mention here. But Cristiano Ronaldo probably will start, yeah. Ruben Dias, Nathan Ake both out. In terms of, who's out for United, it's just really like Mason Greenwood still at this moment in time. Yeah, that's it. That's who we're out with. Club suspension, Mason Greenwood, that's it. And also Scott McTominay and Enes Cavani are, I think Scott McTominay's got a good chance of starting the game, I'll be honest. By the way, Man United, it looks like we're signing a player, by the way, guys. So it looks like we're signing a player. That's right. Man United signing a defensive midfielder, guys. That's right. Yeah, you know, seriously, we are. It looks like we actually might be anyway. Yeah. Guess what? Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Toby Collier, mate. Toby Collier from Brighton. No, fair play. Actually, I bet you he's going to be a good talent in the future because he's already captained England at their youth level, like under 16, 17s and stuff. But we've got an update here from Fab Romano. It just says Man United have reached full agreement to sign talented midfielder Toby Collier, born 2004 from Brighton for their youth team, per the Secret Scout. Collier is already captain England youth team. So he does look like a good young talent, though, and you know he's only a young lad, born 2004. So, but one for the future. I think that's good news. You know, if we're signing this young kid from Brighton, has he ever played for Brighton? No, he's never played for Brighton. Never played for their first team ever. But he has played for the youth team, and he has apparently impressed for England as well in the youth setups previously, and captain the England youth setup. So could be one for the future. Alex Walker says he is class, straight into the team. Nice. Well, he's not actually been involved in Brighton's first team yet, so I don't know if he's ready to slot straight into Man United's first team, but it's just one young kid who we're signing for the future, you know, so that's good. Jay Lings is one for the future too, says Lord Reptile. Hey there, Brian Foskett. Okay, so that's just a little bit of sort of transfer news for you there. Also, the links are going here with, you know, Eric Ten Hag for Man United in the summer, Pochettino, all the rest of it. Not going to get into that in tonight's show. I can't be bothered. But that's still rumbling on, even, you know, with Ancelotti and Luis Enrique and all the rest of these other people being mentioned. There's talks that England, the UK and Republic of Ireland are going to get the 2028 European Championship. That's what, there's some, I don't know, some information coming out about that. It's looking like that could happen. That'd be fucking cool. Love that. Right, also, so that's basically it. Ralph's squad update for the derby. So Ralph was speaking in his presser yesterday. He just said that in regards to Cavani, that he's back in training looking good, etc., but also that he might only be fit to play 30 minutes. So if you're just joining us, Cavani is probably going to play. He'll probably will feature in the game, but it will be off the bench. Also, Rangnick was talking about Rashford, and he just said that soon he thinks Marcus Rashford will rediscover his top form. So this is on manunited.com yesterday, and this is another reason why I think he'll start Rashford, but he might go with Elanga or even Pogba out there. But he did say, you know, that Rashford, we have another player who I've continuously been behind and will work with to develop him. We have seen that with other players in the past. I don't see why this shouldn't happen with Marcus. He's got abundant talent. He's got the pace, the physicality. He's got everything you need for a modern striker, not only if he is playing from the wing or in the centre. I will put all my energy in that to help him take the same pathway that other players did in the last 3 months. So in terms of, like, you know, where he's available, and Rashford obviously is in his thoughts at this moment in time. So he didn't even mention playing him as a striker, but I don't think that's going to happen. But there you go. So he's back in Rashford at this moment in time. He's saying that he's the fantastic talent and the player that he wants to play with. And so for that reason, I think because of the experience of the derby that Rashford's got, he might go with Rashford tomorrow in the game, which is why I've put that in my team selection there. Right, guys, that is the preview. Pretty much, I'm going to get into the Q&A section now. We're going to talk to the legends in the live chat. So do get your thoughts and opinions in now. Stick around for another sort of 10 minutes. Drop a like on the video as well. Smash that thumbs up button. Hit the like, hit the subscribe and all that. Get yourself in the chat here. Let's go in there raw, dudes. But thank you so much for listening to me for the last hour. Ramble on here about Man United, the club that I love. The club that I'm passionate about, the club that you guys are passionate about and love as well, apart from you city scummers in the live chat here, and a couple of you neutrals and rivals. But shout out to all the United fans in the live chat. Come on, United! We're going to smash up these city scummers. GTA tonight, says Aaron. You what? I mean, I'm probably not Aaron, unfortunately, mate. I know I did say to you we're going to do GTA. I might do that tomorrow, lad. I might do. I don't know. I can't actually promise it. It depends. But tonight I've got to do FIFA foot champs, dude. Hey, goodbye there, Scotty and Bumpy. Thanks for watching. You're a legend too, Man United Hodge. Scouser on the Wirral says, I dropped a Viagra tablet in a lift and it wouldn't come down. Not for 7 hours anyway. Lord Reptile says, FIFA tonight. Yes, sir. Connor Matthews loving it. He's a City scummer. Mr. Miyagi says, I'm predicting we do the best performance of the season against City. Under Ralph, we only lost once. I predict 3-1 to United. Love that prediction, Mr. Miyagi. Also, in terms of a psychological edge, Man United 7 wins out of 9 in all competitions against City in the last 9 games. That bodes well just for a psychological standpoint. And also, I think 4 of those wins have actually come at City's ground. So away from home against City, Man United looking good, historically in recent years. You can't really go on that. We've got a new coach in now and stuff, but still. Thank you, Mickey Kramer says, this is the best Man United channel in history. Thank you, mate. What time? About an hour. About an hour from now, Philip Chapman, 11:30-ish. Evan in 04 says, Man United is coming home. Thank you, Max Tiger. How you doing there? Whole City fan in the live chat and also fellow YouTuber. He says, my favourite YouTuber is back streaming again. What's going on, Max Tiger? Yes, indeed, sir. Make sure you don't stay up too long, Pig, or you'll miss the game, says Conan. Luckily, it's 4:30 p.m. start, isn't it? Get in. That's not, I can handle that. 4:30 p.m. is good. That's good, says Mr. Miyagi. Gary says, apparently Varane, Ronaldo, Cavani, and Shaw weren't at the team hotel today, says Gary Finnegan. What? Yeah, but then again, we've seen quite a few times when photographs have been taken of players not actually getting into the hotel with the rest of the squad, and they've still been available. But then again, that did happen a couple of weeks ago with Slabby Maguire. Do you remember when he was not pictured with the squad, and then he was not in the starting lineup? He wasn't even in the team selection. So that's interesting. Somebody else mentioned that earlier, Gary. Now, I mean, I personally haven't seen anything about that. So, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Why would all of those 4 players not be available? No, that doesn't add up to me. They're going to be playing. They're going to be playing. Maybe 1 or 2. I could see maybe 1 or 2. There's a late change or a late injury or COVID or something. Shit, I hope it's not bloody COVID. Anyway, it's a good point. But yeah. Max Tiger says, I'll be on your FIFA stream soon. How's Mrs. P? Still trying to get off with Berber whilst you're putting another slice of bacon. You fucking what, Max Tiger? Get out. But yeah, she's probably with Berber now. Milk My Udders says, hope you boys smash the City scum tomorrow. Thank you, Milk My Udders. I appreciate that one, man. Hope we do as well. Can we tell Harry the game is being played Monday, says Tampa Guy? Dude, let's just tell him that he's a City player and he might actually score us a goal then. Let's just tell him he's playing for City and just to score, try not to score an own goal, and then he probably will actually get one for us. Manchester is red. Get in there, Brian Foskett. Messi, says Evelyn 04. Man should buy. What does that mean, Evelyn? Messi. I have to say it will be a close 2-1 tomorrow afternoon. Hang on a sec. Matt Rush has just sent me something here. What is this? Interesting. Right. Thank you so much, Matt Rush, by the way. What a legend. I don't know if you're in the live chat. If you are, make yourself be known there, Matt Rush. Hang on. We've got some information here. Thank you so much to Matty Rushmeister. Here you go, guys. This is what you've been waiting for. A bit of information here that's just coming through. It wasn't actually just coming through. It's at 9. So still, though. But yeah, let's have a look at this. Confirmed squad members. Interesting. So wait a second. So we've got squad members arriving here. Confirmed. So this was at 9 p.m. Yeah. Confirmed MUFC squad members to face Man City. De Gea, Henderson, Heaton, Dallo, Wan-Bissaka, Jones, Maguire, Bailly, Lindelof, Telles, Matic, McTominay, Fred, Pogba, Hannibal, Lingard, Mata, Fernandes, Sancho, Elanga, and Rashford. Right, okay, these are confirmed, though. So these are confirmed. That doesn't mean that the other players are definitely not playing. But that is interesting. That is interesting, isn't it? If that's so, this is from the MEN, Manchester Evening News, via the way of United District on Twitter here, as you can see. But MEN reporting that these players, have turned up basically to the hotel, and that these are the players that are available to play. So that's pretty interesting. Twatic is available, says Max Tiger. What are you calling him Twatic for then, mate? He did really well in the last game, by the way, Matic. 21 names there, says Mr. Miyagi. 3. You guys count. What's going on there? I love this game. In City CR7, it would be 3 options. Mind games, says Philip Chow. I think you're right, dude. I think you're right. Listen, we'd have heard something more about it than just, players not being pictured and stuff. These guys, come on, Ronaldo. How is Ronaldo not going to be playing? Yeah. Bus windows have a different taste these days, says Scouser in the Wimmel. Do the Messi thing. What's the Messi thing, Evelyn? Pogba on the left, Rashford through the middle, and Sancho on the right. Could see that happening, Jada Peter. Maybe Matic and McTominay in the centre mids allows Pogba to go out there on the left. Thank you, Aaron. He says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you so much. Max Tiger, I think he says, who do you think is going to score for United and City if City even get a goal tomorrow? So I'm going to go with Man United. What I think it's going to be 1-1. Sadly, I would love to see us get a win, and maybe we do surprise a few people. And because it's a derby, anything can happen. So I still think we can win it. But I'm just going for a 1-1, and I think Ronaldo's going to score the goal. I do. I think he's going to clutch us a goal. Hey, there he is, Rushmano. What's going on, mate? Thank you so much for just sending us over that update there, bro. Yeah, probably mind games. I can't imagine that Ronaldo and these players are not available to play, but maybe, just maybe, I don't know, maybe Rangnick's just dropped him, but I can't see him dropping the goat. Ronaldo, you'd be foolish to drop the clutch goat against City, I think. Gungshi says Sancho, Pogba and Bruno to score. Nice, 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 nice. 115 likes, says Rushmano. That is absolutely lovely stuff, guys. Thank you so much for dropping the thumbs up. I'm just going to stick around for 1 or 2 more minutes, guys, because obviously I've got to get off and get on with the FIFA stream as well in a bit. But do get your final thoughts in, get a few final comments or questions in if you've got anything to say. Have your say. What do you think's going to happen? Get your predictions in. Let us know, and do drop the like and subscribe as well. We'll be back on for the watch along tomorrow. Gary says, looking at the squad, it makes you realise how gash our team is. There's too many players in that squad that I would drop. Yeah, true, Gary Finnegan. Spot on, mate. You are spot on, lad. It's not quite to the depth and the standards of the top couple of teams or United of old. Phil Jones, late winner, says, Joshua, get in. Thank you, Bakit Ali, as well. Bakit Ali, he says, yo, mate, love your channel, City fan. Thank you so much, Bakit. Appreciate you getting in here, lad. Thank you so much for joining and getting in the chat. Do you think City got what it takes to get the dub tomorrow then? They did lose against Spurs recently, looking a little bit ropier, but they've got 15 wins out of the last 17 in the Prem. So you can't really say anything other than they're in imperious overall form. No Varane CR7 Shaw, says Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. So that's what we're hearing. I think, obviously, Tellez, as you can see, is in that list. You've mentioned no Varane, so possibly it could be Lindelof and Maguire then, I guess, if that is the case. And then with Cristiano Ronaldo up top, if he's not available, then goodness knows. So also we've got some quotes here from Rangnick today. It says, Rangnick, what I can assure you is that the atmosphere in the locker room, focus in the training sessions is good. We have no issues whatsoever. So all those side noises about not a good atmosphere in the locker room, players not being focused in training is not correct. Yeah, so once again, just dispelling those rumours about, you know, that disharmony in the dressing room and stuff. I say we can smash them up, guys. We've won 7 out of the last 9 against those melts. Anything can happen. Like, yes, they are a good team. They are top of the table. But I just got a feeling with what this game means for United right now, the hunt for top 4 still on, the derby, the rivalry, all of that. I just got a feeling we're going to just give as good as we get at least. Who's my preferred manager, Lorena, to take over in the summer? I'd probably go with Ten Hag, but I'm not crazy about anyone. I quite like Nagelsmann, but he's not available, so... Mr. Miyagi, Rashford up top, Elanga left, Sancho right, Pogba, McTominay, CMs. I like that too. Yeah, that's basically what I've gone for, isn't it there? Oh, no, sorry, you said Rashford up top, Elanga left. Oh, yeah, well, if this is the case then, that means there'll be no Varane, there'd be no Ronaldo in this team lineup, and Rashford might be shunted up with Elanga wide. That's it. Well, we'll see what goes on there. We'll see what goes on. Interesting, yeah. So that's reported from the Manchester Evening News anyway, that there was no Cristiano not in the squad tonight. We'll have to wait and see. It could be mind games. Could be mind games, guys. I wouldn't rule it out, Ronaldo being in the squad tomorrow. Just saying that. We haven't heard any more information come out yet. So as and when it does, if it does, well, I'll let you know later or whatever. But yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Why is there no Ronaldo? Is Varane out? Well, the Joker 680. That's what we're hearing. We're hearing there's some reports and rumbles that, you know, it's Samuel Luckhurst from Manchester Evening News has given an update that there's no Ronaldo starting in the squad tomorrow. Also, Varane, etc., not pictured with the squad arriving here, as you can see. So who knows? No Shaw, no Varane, no Ronaldo could be possibilities. 21-man squad. Interesting, guys. Interesting. We need a solid spine, otherwise we'll stay adrift to the top playground, says Harry Schick. Yes, spot on as well. You know, yes, that's why we need to establish a good partnership at the centre-back position as well. Varane was a good spine member for us, a great centre-back, solid centre-back, but if he's out, that's no good. I think United will play high full books and City will profit from it. Don't know, back it, Ali. Maybe. I think we're going to play a bit deeper tomorrow. Oh no, Fridge Maguire will play, says the Joker. Yeah, well, if Varane's out, then definitely Lindelof and Maguire, isn't it? Guys, I'm going to wrap up this preview stream. Thank you so much to all you legends for getting in here. Great preview show. Thank you everyone for having your say in the chat. Smash that like button on the stream if you haven't done so. Once again, thank you to every single one of the legends for donating to the Ukraine appeal last night on the stream. Shout out to people like Rushmano doing absolute bits. And everybody else who did as well. Kate Cadet. Just everybody, you know, who did as well. I've forgotten there was the 37 of you legends, but a lot of you legends who did. Thank you once again to those legends. Also, make sure you drop the like on this video before you go. Smash that like, smash the subscribe. Watch along tomorrow, starting at 4 p.m, half an hour before kickoff. Come and join us. We'll be on there raw, covering the game, watching it, reacting, commentating on it, and all the rest of it. Thank you, Amit Kumar, Max Tiger, Clive Linneyfat, Madhouse, Scouser on the Wirral, the Kate Cadet, Merrick Galord, everyone, all the moderators, all the channel members, thank you so much for watching. I better get off the show now. Gunshi as well. Look forward to the watch along tomorrow. Yes, mate, come back and watch the game with us tomorrow. Drop that subscribe, smash that post notification bell. That way you'll get notified when we post and go live tomorrow. Goodbye, Joe Pringle, Man United Hodge, you legend as well, Mamasini Gungers, Merrick, everyone. That's it from me. Kate Cadet, don't forget Mrs. Peace Purse. Absolutely shout out to Mrs. Peace Purse as well, Kate Cadet lad. And Craigie D, everyone, that's it from me. Gun Shitty, what a legend as well. Mikhayu, thank you so much. FIFA tonight. Yes, Makata, I'll be back in about 45 minutes, bro. See you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. And come on, United. Let's smash up these city belts and paint the town looking red. Come on. See you later, guys. Soon.